Hello everybody, it's Pat again from the Community Entrepreneur. Now I'm going to do two segments on how grants work, whether you're a business or whether you're a not-for-profit. Today I'm going to be talking about business. So why should governments and other organisations be funding your business through a grant? Let's think about it. In some cases, if you're lucky, you happen to be in a really strong geographic area where the government entities are looking to grow new businesses, then they'll be very likely to be putting some money into startups. But they won't be putting too much money into startups unless it's got something to do with innovation and you've got a patent or any kind of IP, because then they're going to be helping you to grow your business into a new market, which is going to bring in jobs. The number one word there is jobs. Now, as a new business, for many cases, the businesses are high risk. I'm not talking about innovation and new areas. That's a high risk in its own little pocket or big pocket. But I'm talking about risks in terms of a lot of businesses, probably more than 50% of businesses actually fail within the first 3 years. So if you're going to put some money into these businesses, you would actually be putting money down the drain. So what happens in many cases is that the government entity will actually invest in mentors, and they will be paid through a tender process or whatever by the government to mentor you as a new business, which is a really smart way of doing it. Another area for businesses is, as I said, it's in growth, and it can be, and the way that they support that could be, first of all, through helping with business planning. So again, if it's a new venture in a new market, or it may be in Australia, there's a list of 7 industry areas that the governments will focus on. They will pour money in. They will help you to take your idea from, well, research and development through to commercialization, right through to bring into the marketplace and even into the export marketplace. So there's a really good, strong support if you hit the right mark. Now, they may also support you because they want to have inward economic attraction. So they will put money into infrastructure. So you may, at the moment in Australia, I've noticed there's quite a bit of money going into gin distilleries, because it's seen as a way of creating local employment, but it's good for tourism. It brings in the bed nights and it brings money into the economy. Are you getting me? Anything that leads to jobs or bringing money into the economy is what the governments are likely to fund. Another area that they're likely to fund is environmental. Anything to do with energy efficiency. I've seen a number of grant opportunities now where the governments have been encouraging solar. They've been encouraging infrastructure or amendments, adjustments to premises to get rid of old efficient machinery and replace with new efficient machinery, equipment, resources. Anything that's going to help the governments reach their climate targets. In Australia, we've got one for 2035, which I think is down to, I can't remember now, it's on its way to zero, shall we say. So there's been a lot of investment by state and federal government, and this could happen anywhere in the world, depending on your economic policy and your climate policy. Don't shoot the messenger. If there's support there to encourage new energy resources, new savings to energy, EV cars. So what the governments have been doing is investing in the charging points. So this is just an idea to show you that there is money out there for business, but it has to be part of a bigger picture to do with being in front of the game in terms of the economies and the businesses that are out there, because once an industry sector is established, it's going to get replicated elsewhere in the world cheaper. So it's always about being in front of the game. So you've got innovation and invention, you've got bed nights, tourism, you've got jobs, getting people out of unemployment and getting them into employment. So there's just a good understanding of how the governments think when it comes to business grants.